What do you two? Welcome to Hip Hop World. It's your boy Papa Benji. We are back with another videos today. Y'all know these videos get very critical. Without further ado, God is good and God bless you all the most positivity and prosperity in your aura, man. I want to give a shout out to all the members, man. Y'all really the goats. Make sure y'all join that membership and support your boy. Grab some za, some popcorn, whatever y'all need, and let's get it going.
Minutes was spent at the lake. 10 minutes I was spent in the bathroom. So that literally only leaves 15 minutes of something that can't be explained. Because even in that 15 minutes,
he got leggings on?
CPR, I'm trying to understand what's going on with her.
It can be explained.
How do you want me to explain it to you?
With what?
I told you everything.
This is 27-year-old Travis Ray Thompson sitting inside an interrogation room, and he just told detectives he would never hurt anyone he loves in a rather frustrated tone. But what investigators would uncover after a series of investigations told a very different story, and in the end, all the evidence pointed one way.
And then we progressed.
God bless you, Alyssa. Safe travels.
Maybe it is, because that's what we find sometimes too, is something that happened.
On May 2nd, 2022, deputies with the Marion County Sheriff's Office were notified by hospital staff after a 2-year-old child, Jacqueline Schwingle, was brought in unresponsive. Doctors quickly realized the internal bleeding and her other injuries were not consistent with an accident. That's when they reported a case of possible abuse to law enforcement. The officers immediately swung into action as they proceeded to the family's neighborhood to mark the beginning of their investigation.
Oh my fucking goodness. God bless anybody in this situation right now during this body cam, and God bless my viewers for what y'all about to see. This is Mom Lee's ex-boyfriend to babysit and find baby with broken bones. I didn't even read the title before I clicked on this, but I want y'all to prepare yourself for what you're about to see and what I'm about to see as well.
I need your help.
Okay.
Lot 62. You know who lives there?
Shit crazy, bro.
KRISTINGAGNE.
Anybody else?
I don't check on them. She could have a boyfriend or husband, I don't know.
But she's the only one registered to that?
Yeah, that's the one that registered.
Okay. Alright. So I guess, in a nutshell, that somebody that does not go by that name is down in Waterman right now with a small kid, and the small kid
yeah, don't leave your kids around nobody.
So
was it
don't
abuse
know.
Or something?
We don't know.
Don't know.
We have another deputy heading down to Waterman now. So
This match is crazy where we live.
Oh my goodness.
Ain't getting worse.
where's lot 62 at?
Yeah, I'll take it back.
You can just show me. I don't want to.
Okay, it's 62. It's right here.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, how are you?
Hey.
Online
what lot
dad.
is this? 61.
I be your big bro.
Is that 62?
How do the lot numbers go, Robert? Mr. Robert?
That's a fact, Susie. I got you.
Sir?
He's over visiting. He lives over there.
Do you live next door?
No.
He's over that way.
So I'm assuming this is lot 62?
What's yours, 10 and 62?
61.
Yeah, that'd be 62 over there.
So you don't live here? You
You
live
living
somewhere
out here?
I'll go right across the street. It goes that way, I
The numbers are on the ground right
Do you know who lives here?
now. A couple with kids.
How many kids?
How many kids do they have? Two? Two.
Do you know their names?
Damn, bro.
When's the last time you saw them?
Wow.
I haven't seen him today.
Basically
Yeah,
yesterday?
because he lives over there. He just comes over and visits.
And the reason, nobody's in trouble, but the reason I'm being, one of the small kids is at Waterman's hospital and not doing too good.
Oh, no.
So I need to figure out who lives here. Is the
guy's
Jeep,
name is Trevor. Here, I'll tell you who can
the
help you.
guy's name is Trevor?
Cleansing for sure.
Hello. You don't live here, right? No. Okay. You live here? You live over there. Trying to get my direction up here. Here, let's go back out here.
I need to fully understand what the fuck happened though. Like I do.
Do you know these people that live here?
I work for his aunt and uncle.
Okay. What's his name?
The guy that stays here?
Yeah.
It's Travis. I don't know what his last
Do
name
you know the
is.
female's name?
No, I don't. What's Jack?
Like why have kids, bro?
Huh?
Trish.
Trish?
No, I'm actually looking
This straight Marley paper.
But did she stay here?
Sometimes. Usually she's with her grandparents.
When was the last time you saw
I'll say this morning.
her? This morning?
Yeah.
Okay. And what I was telling her, the reason I'm here is one of the small kids is in Waterman right now, not doing too good.
Okay.
So there might be suspicions of some other stuff going on.
Okay.
So weapons to maybe possibly abuse.
Okay.
Have you seen anything? Or?
No, I have not.
Okay. And
Yeah, I mean, Jake does. Aubrey.
no, one of the little kids is in Waterman, not doing too good. So there might be some underlying issues that I'm here to investigate.
Have you followed Cobbler?
I'm asking did you see any abuse happening? Did you see anything?
As a mom,
Yes,
and
please. Anything
me and
right
Adam
now.
do see them outside unsupervised often.
Any physical stuff?
No, but we do see them unsupervised quite often, and we'll like talk to them and
Sure.
stuff.
How many
like,
kids stay here?
2.
And just Jacqueline's?
Eventually, the family
said we
came
got
back
a healthy
home.
nigga, I
The
see.
officers temporarily marked the area a crime scene as they proceeded with their investigation.
No, I'm just waiting on them to do their thing, and then once they're ready, then.
What happens is, she's going to run out.
This nigga got me crying.
What we'll do is we'll go in and help, get the dog. And then what we'll do is I'll just take overall pictures of the inside of the house before anything's moved, so that way we can document exactly how everything is. And then from there,
gotta protect them lungs, man.
we'll have Travis, correct? Is it Travis? He'll have Travis do like the recreation So it just takes a minute to get, it's all about coming to that resolution, trying to find out exactly what happened so we document.
That's what I'm saying.
Everything, how it is.
Then I get to go inside and do that.
Should be.
Both parents were eventually brought in for questioning.
Yeah, y'all can already tell y'all weird, bro. Like, you could tell you do mad drugs, and you could tell you already getting beat up off the goddamn drugs.
And from the start, Travis Thompson told investigators he'd been alone with Jacqueline. He claimed everything was normal until he suddenly noticed something was wrong. But according to Travis, he couldn't explain how she was injured.
Kellen described to me specifically what was going on
Irresponsible
yesterday.
My eyes got jammed up, got him ready for school.
W Cobbler, W Telltale.
We talked a little bit about just.
That's what's up.
He thinks Batman's
Appreciate
the greatest
you.
hero ever, and it's like money's not a superpower. Superman's the greatest. And that whole kind of thing, the bus pulled up, I was like, all right, here's your bus. Have a good day at school. Gave me a fist bump, gave me a hug. We got on the bus, I went back, took out my firearms because they were going to be cleaned, but then I was like, no, never mind, I want to lay back down. I laid back down, and then Kristen was late for work because at that point it was like 8:30. She had to be there at like 9, but she just decided to be late. So then we both got up. Jen was already awake, got her up.
Definitely biggest sense.
Outside, play with the chicken and the duck. They did that. I made coffee. Me and Kristen drank our coffee, smoked a cigarette.
Oh, shit.
Me and Jacqueline went down to the lake while she went to work.
Shit.
And then after we came back, I put her
got
on the
you,
couch
Christian.
to watch cat dogs. She had her drink. I told her
W,
Jesus, right
Christian.
there. If you want some, help yourself. I don't care. She was with Luca. I had to use the bathroom. I was in there for about 10 minutes, and then I heard her collapse on the floor. So when I looked out, through where the doorknob would be, she was just like laying on the floor, like, hey, you all right? She didn't respond, so I hit the door up. I was like, hey, you all right? She still wasn't responding. So I flushed, pulled my pants up, ran over to her, and she was like,
Hamzy, I haven't seen that.
Like I thought she probably swallowed some water down the wrong tube or something, but that wasn't the case because when I picked her up, she was limp. She wasn't breathing. So
that shit is not a thing. Them jeans are not a thing. That nigga thought he was doing something cool. My nigga, them shits are trash, nigga. You got leggings on, and then you got a hole. How you got a hole in? How you wearing 2 pants with fucking holes in it, bro? You pissing me off now, nigga. That shit ain't the fuck.
I called Kristen.
I appreciate you, Christian. God damn.
What's going on? I was like, do you not hear her? She's literally trying to like breathe, and she's not breathing. So I started doing CPR. Kristen was on her way. I hit the door open to see if like any of the neighbors were around, but there was no one home. So I just kept doing CPR. When I tried to call 911, it didn't even dial. It didn't even go through. It didn't do anything. So I was like, all right, so this is bad. This is bad. So I just kept doing the CPR. I kept checking to see if she was breathing. She was barely breathing, but she had a good heart rate, and that's pretty much like the main thing of what I knew that was a good sign to have. So I kept her heart rate up. I made sure that she was still kind of breathing. And so when Kristen got back, we loaded her up. I told her to just keep breathing into her mouth.
So did he break her bones in the midst of doing CPR?
Keep doing the compressions, like, cause like.
Or did she have any other
broken? What's going on? I
bones?
don't know what happened. And so when she told me that she stopped breathing, we got on hold of 911 again, told me to need an ambulance. They met us en route to the hospital, met us at Old Crow Barbecue Restaurant.
Okay.
And then from there, they told me they're just like lay her down on the ground, do these compressions. I was like, I'm already doing that. I just need an ambulance.
And you're on the phone with 911 at this point?
Yes.
Okay, well, the good news is I can go through the 911 audio for that part. So let's jump back to whenever you guys are both having your coffee and smoking a cigarette.
Right.
Where's Jacqueline at then?
She's over like 5 feet away playing with the chicken and duck.
Okay. And then,
he lying. He
after
lying,
you guys
Jazzy.
did
He
that,
lying.
I think you said that Kristen was running late for work, but then did she leave after coffee?
Craig, you wild.
Yes.
Okay.
Because that's when someone else mentioned lupus too, but I was like, there's no way. And or it's SIDS, and it's like, see, but no, she's 2, and then they told me that like it's a 60% chance between kids that are like 4 months old and 6 years old. I'm like, I don't exactly know that because I don't have kids.
Is Kristen concerned that maybe you did something?
No.
Okay. Has she accused you of anything or anything like that?
No.
All right. Have you ever been in a situation
check that
where
one out,
you've been worried
Hamzy.
about accused
take a
of
look
like
at that.
abusing a child or hurting a child or anything like that in the past?
I have.
Is Kristen aware of that?
Yes.
Okay. So I haven't had a chance to talk to her yet, but I didn't know if that was going to be something that comes up. So she's aware of that. What was the outcome of that? Tell me about that.
I'm not exactly sure. It was a restraining order that I didn't get until 4 years later.
As the interview continued, detectives began laying out what doctors had found. Detectives would soon explain to him that the story he told didn't line up with the evidence.
Figure out where those came from.
Okay, Laura.
Well, and that we'll get there. So has she fallen anytime recently? I know when I talked to you last, there was one incident at a McDonald's where she
That
stood
would
up
be
and
the
hit her
last
head
one
on the
that I know
table.
of. But other than that, she stayed at her mom's, and I've stayed at like my mom's like one night, and then I've been there mostly by myself for the past week. There wasn't until like 3 days, like 4 day period.
Hamzy, exclamation point Discord.
Yeah, kind of.
So at what point did Kristen and come back to the camper?
Friday. It came Friday or Saturday, because we went to a church event Saturday, and then the same day we went to Jennifer Springs.
Okay.
And then after that,
Did they stay Saturday night?
yeah, they stayed Saturday and Sunday night, and then they stayed Monday night, but I'm pretty sure they went somewhere, but pretty sure Friday or Saturday, yeah, it was Friday.
Occurred. Now, I don't see how they could possibly be an accident, Travis.
I'm not sure either. I'm not sure what these injuries would be.
Well, we haven't got to talk to Kristen about it yet. That's next up. But in these kind of cases where someone has passed away, I've been doing this for years. If someone passes away, we always give them an opportunity to clear their name. I've had cases where I take somebody down the hall and we put them on polygraph, and whenever they pass the polygraph, obviously they can tell their loved one, spouse, girlfriend, I didn't do anything wrong in this. They even gave me a polygraph down the hall. This sounds like a good case here where we would offer that to you. If I were to put you on a polygraph right now and ask you,
What is that?
Oh, it's a lie detector. It's a scientific name for it. If we were to just ask
Nigga, you know what that is.
on the polygraph,
Just lying.
Did you hurt?
No, never.
So that's a question that we would be interested in.
God bless you,
because
Nokia.
This injury that is to her body, whenever the doctors looked at it, whenever they did the autopsy, they were looking at this injury and they're going, this injury doesn't seem to make any sense with this sitting on a futon and getting hurt thing, and you're with her.
So it was something from before when she wasn't in my care.
So that's why a polygraph
hope
lie
not.
detector would be so telling.
It doesn't
because
say.
if it's
Yeah,
outside
is it-
your care and you have nothing to do about it, the guy that does the polygraph, that's not us. It's somebody that knows how to work that machine. They'll be able to look at it and they'll be able to get a better understanding for that. You know what I mean? It's something that I've seen people be able to tell their families, their loved ones, look, I did this and my name is clear on this. Would that be something that you'd be interested in doing today?
Not exactly, because I know within myself and God knows that I would never do anything to harm these children.
Okay. Well, see, the thing is I don't know you that well. Detective King doesn't know that well, and it's.
I think these detectives are like, they need more training. This nigga did so much shit just to ask him one question. Nigga, do you want to take a lie detector test? It's called a lie detector test. That's what the polygraph is. You know what I mean?
We can't make you do, but it's always something that I offer. And I know that sometimes family will ask us, well, why can't you just polygraph him? Why can't you just have him do that? And we go, well, we offered the gosh darn thing, and then he said, or she said, I've had...
But I'm not going to lie, I already expected that this was going to be something that was going to happen.
What is that? What is it? Why? What's that?
What the
Because
fuck?
that's normally how it goes, that's just my luck. People think that I always have something to do with it, that I'm this mean, horrible person, this and that, but really straight up, I haven't done nothing.
I didn't say you had anything to do with it.
You haven't struck me in the whole interview.
Why would somebody say you a mean, horrible person, though?
we're trying to do is figure out where this came from. Because
I don't know what it is.
The injury that she has does not, it doesn't correlate with the story.
But I don't know what the injury is.
Okay.
How am I supposed to tell you if I don't know?
Well,
Sometimes that shit is full of shit, though.
I know, 'cause I've
Polygraph?
had a few kids. Anything at all that you can think of that you moved her, touched her in some way that would cause a bone to break. Without saying what bone, because I don't want to let all the cats out of all the bags, but there is a bone that's broken on her body. It's a very important bone. And
He definitely guilty, though.
You think of anything that obviously would cause a 2-year-old, almost 3-year-old's bone to break, it would be a significant amount of force, more so than just sitting on a futon.
That's a fact.
And that's why
W.
I'm trying to
Laura.
figure out if there was something that you had left out earlier.
That W. Laura, because she said that exact same thing. It has to be an magnificent amount of force on that chest.
Look, I understand.
Definitely
You're
is.
talking to a couple detectives. You got your girlfriend of a year. She's trying to find herself, and you were watching her child. There's a lot of pressure on you that you maybe had forgot something or had left something out, which it can be clarified right now. And I get that. I've done this long enough to know. I just kind of want to start over again and see if there was something that happened. Did you pick her up and you move her around some way?
Intimidation is a possibility.
Very delicate with the child.
Okay.
So how did the bones, motherfucker? How did the bones break, bruh? I need one person to be a bad cop and one person to be a good cop. How about you with the clipboard in your hand? How about you smack him around a little bit? Hey, tell us what we know what you did. You know it be happening in the movies and shit. Cook his ass real quick.
The first time I talked to you, remember?
You did the polygraph to
Your day
intimidate
started-
suspect. When the
Right.
court
And
became
then we progressed.
find out
and we
certain
found-
things.
Oh, well, I forgot. I took Jason to the bus stop. Okay? So and
W.
then that progressed a little more. And then we get the information about, oh, well, yeah, when I came back from dropping off at the bus stop, I grabbed my guns out of the cabinet. And that's why they're on the floor next to the bed. That's what he's getting at. Is there's things that as you're thinking, you might say, maybe that is something that I forgot. Maybe I don't think it's significant, but maybe it is. Because that's what we find sometimes, too, is something that happened that, you know, for me and I ate breakfast in the morning. Well, I forgot. I dropped the fork twice. You know, things like that you may have forgotten to mention. That's why we're here. That's why we're
Shit, they both asking questions.
We want to clarify that information. We want to make sure that we have all the answers. And what I can't quite figure out,
Alex, that's a fact.
Injury. I'm not seeing a correlation of what I'm right, and I'm not seeing the correlation between that injury and your recollection of what happened. And I'm wondering if there's something missing, if there's something you forgot, if there's something you might be worried.
Jazzy, that's what the fuck I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Motherfucker, you had the baby. And you acting like you don't know how to fuck the baby bones broke. You got me fucked up. That's a fact.
About it, any of that.
No, I'm worried about what happened.
And that's why we're here.
Nigga, you was there. You know.
Are you a victim of child abuse yourself?
Yes. Why would I want to inflict that on anybody else?
Oh, damn, that nigga asked him a personal question, what?
Well, that's what I'm trying to find out here is if something had happened to you as a child and it was traumatic, it can change the wires in our brain. That's what traumatic usually is. It means it affects people different ways. People that go to war come back with PTSD.
That used to affect me as a child, but then that cycle was broken by a very good family member of mine, my Uncle Andy. He taught me through a lot. He taught me a lot.
Sort of like counseling. Sounds like a family member gave you some counseling.
That actually understands. You can call him if you want.
And I've been doing this so long that I've seen people, unfortunately, they get so frustrated with something, whether it be a girlfriend or a family member, that they've done things that they regret or a mistake they made. When I was on the road, I used to work.
Take my anger out on a child or anybody else.
Well, yeah, when I was on the road, I used to see people get in these arguments with family members, their mom, their dad, their girlfriend, and they would push or hurt somebody, and they don't even mean to even lash out with their body, but they are, and then they would forget, and then somebody would show me a cell phone video.
Jacqueline's injuries were caused by significant force injuries that could not be explained by a fall or an accident inside the home. This was the first moment Travis's explanation began to unravel.
If a number is tried.
I hate when people be feeling like they lying, bro. I mean, not feeling like they lying. I hate when people are lying about the fucking situation. Like, we dealing with a kid here, bro. If your intentions was to harm a fucking child, bro, you need fucking life in jail, bro. It don't nothing make me more pissed off than a motherfucker doing something to a fucking kid in a negative way. That shit pisses me the fuck off.
It could be completely disconnected from service, and you try to call a phone number, and it will log that it is trying to call that phone number.
They definitely need to burn them goddamn
If those
pants.
numbers are typed in and you hit the green phone button, it immediately logs that into the phone logs, and there's no log of that.
Whether or not it connects to the tower, the phone's still trying on the device, but it doesn't get to the tower. But the phone would still have it on the log, is what he's trying to say.
And if that's something that you
As he
forgot,
build
I wouldn't
each
forget.
question.
remember that you tried it
Call
then.
911. That's what I
Like some
tried to do.
mundane things.
Because I
slipping
showed
on
where you
the
tried to
deeper
call
questions.
911 one time.
That's a fact,
Right
Susie.
before you actually got on the phone with them when y'all stopped at the Old Crow. I see that, where you made an attempt, but there was no connection made, okay? There's none of that in that log from when you were in the trailer. I've looked at it. Another detective has looked at it. Our digital forensic technician has looked at it. There's no log in that phone of it trying to call 911 from the camper.
Well, that doesn't make any sense to me because I know I tried calling 911.
And if, like you mentioned, we're talking about the polygraph. You take it.
Yeah, he dumb. He dumb. Cause if you made a call and it didn't ring, it's still gonna say it's sent out. It's still gonna say it's sent out. Oh my goodness, he think he's so fucking smart, boy. You ain't even call the oh my
A
goodness.
lie detector test. Okay.
You full of shit.
Right now, I've got some information here that it looks like something.
That's crazy.
Right? You agree with that?
But
Said
I'm
Aquaman.
I don't know.
And that, for your own protection, you want to go down there and sit down with that detective in there and go through that process with him and show.
They forcing that
look,
shit on him.
I passed it. I'm telling you the truth. This is exactly what happened. Then I take that and say, yeah,
But I
okay.
don't need a polygraph test to tell you that.
I don't know you any better than you know me.
It's just another way that we
Yeah, but how would I know you guys aren't trying to turn anything around to use against me?
Well, the good news is the person that is doing it is not involved in the case at all, and he just does polygraphs literally all day. That's his only job. He's not like a detective that reads reports or does anything. The guy does polygraphs. So he's the one that's going to read the results. He's the one that does it, and we're not even in the room when it happens. But like I said, there's a piece of paper that's generated at the end, and it has
They catching up
saying
on
that
his
he
ass.
understands on it, and he is able to talk to us about. So I understand your concerns regarding that, but I mean, when the guy's not doing polygraphs for cases that we ask him to help out with, people that want to clear their name for things, he's also doing the lie detecting for people that are trying to get hired here. That's all he does. And so he's...
Where he do lie? Y'all get lie detector tested? What? That might be some lying shit, bro. Do motherfuckers get lie detector tested to get hired, bro? That's some crazy ass shit, bro. I think if they lie detector tested people, I think a lot of people wouldn't have a job. Cause it's a lot of shit people done did, bro. What the fuck, bro?
sort of like someone that we can go to and just consult with regarding cases where there's this thing that doesn't make any sense, because it doesn't make any sense.
I understand, but at the same time, this sounds like a setup.
What do you mean? What kind of
Definitely
setup?
selling that shit hard. Selling that polygraph hard as hell.
Well, here's what I'm trying to get. I'm not trying to get you for anything in particular. You don't strike me, as long as we've been talking, you don't strike me as this guy that's like trying to attack me or yell at me or fight me or as some kind of monster. You strike, you
some
strike me
people
as an
will pass it.
individual that something happened that's being left out, because this injury to the child is not being explained at all from what
Can't
we've
be
learned
used
so
as
far.
evidence in court.
When she was in my possession,
They still
in my care,
enforcing
she didn't
that
fall,
shit.
She didn't have anything going on.
And that's why I'm
That's
wondering
crazy,
if there's some
Jazzy.
time whenever you had to discipline her and something got out of hand, she got hurt or something like that, and you're leaving it out. And I understand
Okay,
you leaving it
man.
out because I wouldn't want to lose the person I'm in a relationship. I wouldn't want to have that stress or that shame or that embarrassment on me.
Investigators pointed
That's
out
crazy.
a delay between when Travis said something was wrong and when help was finally called. Phone records showed activity, but no immediate call for emergency assistance.
he
On top
definitely
of
sat
that,
up.
Travis refused a polygraph test, which further raises serious questions.
And that's what I'm trying to get here is, are you this like 1% of the people that I talk to that actually doesn't care at all about what they did? That
Of course I care.
they go out and they find kids to just take out their anger on? Or are you somebody that was...
You see what he doing? He looking at him at a tone like you get what I'm saying? He trying not to really give them any sign, but we already know you're full of shit, dude. Once you started speaking, you fucked up. You know what I'm saying? You should have just asked for a lawyer, my boy. Nigga just forgot about asking for a lawyer, but let him fall into a hole.
Abused as a
Because he
child,
deserves
went
it.
through physical abuse, has, I don't know, problems with taking care of children, which is why there was something in the past that happened.
Literally crazy. This is literally crazy.
Jazzy funny as hell.
But, yeah, I don't think it's actually crazy, because when I think crazy, I think
it's
like
crazy.
schizophrenia. Do you have schizophrenia? Do you have bipolar disorder?
No.
I'm trying
I also spent a
to...
little bit of time while you were talking in there about the prior case where you sat down on a child's arm and it broke the child's arm or something?
Yeah, that one I can admit that I was not paying.
And tell us, whenever
You're
you
stupid.
got back in there and you got back in from the walk and you're pushing her in the car, was she showing signs of being hurt at that point?
No, but the night before she said that her stomach hurt and she refused to eat. And there's been times where she would even say, my back hurts. And like even me and her would look like, you're only 2, how does your back hurt?
Okay. When would that come up? 'Cause that's the first time I've heard that.
I mean, we talked about hair coming out, we talked about all kinds of stuff. I don't remember us talking about that.
I ain't even gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it a P. You are a piece of shit, bro. You are a piece of shit, bro. I hope when you get locked up, they beat your ass, bro. Cause my nigga, like, what are you trying to get out of this shit? You trying to get out free? If you made a mistake, why not own up to you making that mistake? You know what comes with making a mistake. That's why you never want to put yourself around kids if you know you don't know how to handle a child. Especially a 2-year-old, from a newborn to a 2-year-old. You could have waited till like a child was at least 6, 7. Child at 6, 7 can at least go grab their own stuff, warm up their own food, do their own little stuff. You know what I mean? But like, come on, bro, that shit really like fuck with me a little bit. It's like, come on now. And for the lady to not be at the house with her own child, that's kind of crazy too. You know?
She would just be like, oh, my throat hurts, my back hurts. I'm like, what do you mean? Like,
definitely crazy.
Done nothing. You just got out of bed. Why does your back hurt? She'd walk around like her spine hurts or something, but yet she'd go outside and play. She'd go with her mom. She'd go with me to the store. Like, she was fine. And this only would come up when it came to eating or going to bed or just getting her to go play.
When was the last time this complaint occurred?
That's a mom question. I don't know. Because in the last few times I saw him, like, I don't make him do anything. She told me I have no authority. I was like, okay, that's fine.
So what's the benefit of her, if it's happening when she's eating, going to bed?
Attention, mom's attention, I'm guessing. I'm not sure. Because that's what I've been trying to figure out as well. Because I'm just as suspicious as you guys. Like, I want to know, like, why do you keep saying your throat hurts? Why do you keep saying your back hurts? Because I see you play, and then you just want to go lay down. You don't want to move. And it's like...
So... have y'all tried to take her to the doctor for this, or?
That's a mom question. I don't know.
Well, I mean
she suggested it, but then like she does the home remedy thing. So I don't know.
Okay.
I just continue doing what I'm doing.
Something that would be minor, like ouchies. This would be like, I'm in a lot.
Yeah, he basically don't got no fucking jeans on. Bro, he's full of shit, bro. He's full of shit, bro. He's full of shit. So he basically telling us that the mom is so independent that she don't even talk to you about her own child. I want to know how long they been fucking dating. You get what I'm saying? I want to know how long they been talking. Or is he the father or something like that? You get what I'm saying? Because this is crazy right now. How you don't know what's going on? How you don't know what's going on? I would be asking those questions. Why her back hurt? Why she feel like this? Why she feel like that? That's a child at the end of the day. Hey, you okay? You know what I mean? That's why you gotta start interacting with children and shit like that. I don't know. It's probably just me feeling emotional about a kid. You know, I love children, so I'ma definitely check up on the kid if they even trip and fall, and I see it. Hey, motherfucker, I don't want no kid to be hurt at no extent.
A lot of pain.
Lock her ass up too, yeah, because I want to see what she got to say.
She would definitely let you know, because then she wouldn't be moving, she wouldn't be walking, she would be crying constantly saying,
nigga, pockets popping out.
These exact reasons, these things that you're telling us is why I do not believe that we're talking about all true things. The things we're talking about are not true. And I believe that something happened. I'm hoping that it was an accident between you and her that would explain this, and we're just not covering it.
How is it not true?
So you said yourself that if she had a broken bone, that she would tell you.
Yes.
She would explain that. Okay.
Well, she wouldn't explain it, but she would definitely make it clear. It's not just saying that, hey, my back hurts, or she would cry. I don't know Is what you're digging for? I'm digging for the same exact thing, because it doesn't make any sense to me that if he had all these broken bones and these were all so severe, why did they not show up on the x-rays or the CAT scans?
Let's forget about what the medical people did.
Because if it's that severe, they shouldn't just show up as blood vessels like you were telling me, or just little hairline fractures. No, these are broken bones. These are broken bones.
Right, okay. And let's not worry about what they saw at the hospital. That's not important. Let's cut the hospital out, and let's worry more about what the autopsy was done, which is much more obvious, and the fact that you were with her and the time that this very serious injury happens. Okay, let's not worry about what the hospital saw or did or didn't do. We're not worried about that. We're worried about what was seen at the autopsy after she had passed away, and then the fact that you were with her, and this injury is so serious that there's no way that she would be able to walk and move.
And there's no way that I can explain that to you.
Do you have like another personality? Do you like black out and lose track of what you're doing?
No.
Because that's what I'm not understanding here. You're either missing a huge portion of time, you're actually leaving out and you're lying and not telling us about something.
This was all a 30 to 45 minute period. 20 minutes was spent at the lake, 10 minutes I was spent in the bathroom. So that literally only leaves 15 minutes of something that can't be
I'm hoping not. I'm hoping not.
Even in that 15 minutes, I think I'm doing CPR. I'm trying to understand what's going on with her.
It can be explained.
How do you want me to explain it to you?
With what
I told you everything.
With what part of you was moving her, touching her, doing something to her?
As she was in that condition, I was very delicate. I didn't drag her around. I didn't just pick her up. No.
Whenever she went from the condition of I'm looking around, I'm lucid, to not being lucid.
God bless you, Alyssa.
Yep.
Wow, this is ridiculous.
Travis eventually suggested Jacqueline had complained of back pain in the past, but medical experts found no connection between those complaints and the fatal injuries. And of course, the mother debunked the claim almost immediately, after which Travis asked to leave.
Let's see what she got to say.
In a separate interview, Jacqueline's mother was informed of the findings.
This detective here is going to be helping me out some.
All right, let's see what she got to say.
So I went to the autopsy this morning. I know that's your primary concern right now is the results.
Get Justin. Let's get Justin's for this little precious girl. She was only 2 years old at the end of the day. You know, nobody that age should ever have to feel in danger by anybody. Her world should have been lollies and dandies and candies and sunshine. Nobody that age should be feeling shape or form. You know, I don't care how old you are. Actually, nobody should be feeling harmed. Nobody should be harmed at all. That shit not right, bro. That shit is not right, bro. Karma do not get to you in a good way like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, God will strike your ass down for that shit, bro. Like, I hope he really get justice. I mean, I really hope he get the time he deserves for doing that nonsense.
They're not official, and they haven't released a
LB, what it do, family?
But I was at the autopsy, and I can't give you full information because it is still an investigation, but I can kind of give you an overview, kind of a summary of what's going on. I can tell you there is a significant bone break that we do believe is the cause of her passing.
Oh my fucking goodness, she passed away.
Is there any clue as to when it happened?
The timeline that I'm looking at is after you left work. Okay?
She went to fucking work. She tried to provide for her fucking family, bro. She tried to provide for her family, bro. That's the most, like, come on, bro. I ain't even mad at her like that, though. I ain't even mad.
And the reason that we're thinking some of these things is that
the moms need help.
Do you have any history of being investigated for child abuse or anything like that?
No.
Okay. Has Travis had any history with that? Has he ever disclosed to you any prior investigations with detectives or police officers or child abuse? Or?
He told me before that he was with this girl, and she had 2 kids, and I met them. They actually lived with us.
Definitely do.
Travis and Alexis were out back in the camper.
God bless you, Kay.
With us. Well, I guess at some point after they had moved out, the baby was on the couch, and he sat on the baby and hurt his arm. And he admitted to that.
Yeah.
But I guess the baby had previous injuries. I don't know where they came from, who they came from, what happened. I don't even know what happened with that entire situation.
Okay.
Yeah, that's traumatizing. Okay. That's so sick.
So like I said, we're trying to sort this out, and we're offering people that have to go through this. I know it's hard, but we offer them a lie detector to see whether or not they did any intentional or even unintentional injury.
You know what? BLM said mom is way too composed. She had to know this guy was about to murk her babies, unacceptable, and even allow him near them. Clearly, there had to be signs he was not fit. Right? Is she showing signs that she should be showing for the loss of her child? Should she be more emotional in her situation right now? Or is she too calm in her situation right now? You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to figure out what her feeling should be.
To a child, we offer it.
All right, bet it up, Hamzy. Got you.
So, would you be willing to take a lie detector if that's something that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I would do anything as long as I can get answers as to what happened to her.
All right. Do you think anybody else that we've talked to would be willing to do that as well?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Okay.
Do you think Travis would have any problems doing it or anything?
I don't think you really have much of a choice.
That's definitely a question no mother would want to ask. By the time investigators arrested Travis Ray Thompson about 4 months later.
Wait, I'm sorry. I ain't hear the question.
That entire situation.
Okay.
I just know what you told me.
Okay. So like I said, we're trying to sort this out, and we're offering people that have to go through this. I know it's hard, but we offered them a lie detector to see whether or not they did any intentional or even unintentional injury to a child. We offer it in all of our cases. So
Nigga still promoting that polygraph.
Would you be willing to take a lie detector if that's something that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I would
mean that polygraph.
Anything as long as I can get answers as to what happened to her.
All right. Do you think anybody else that we've
I'd
talked
be
to
fucking.
would be willing to
That's
do
what
that?
I'm saying, bro. Like my nigga, I wouldn't know what to fucking think or what to fucking say right now, bro. Nigga, bro. Nigga, I would go fucking crazy. I don't even know what I would do. My whole fucking world would be fucking shut the fuck down if I lost one of my kids, bro. I don't even want to speak on that. God, forgive me for what I said. You don't even want to speak upon shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, how she feeling? Like, I can't tell her how to feel, but that shit is definitely a traumatizing situation, you know?
As well?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
You think Travis would have any problems?
10:55, Jetta.
I don't think you really have much of a choice.
That's definitely a question no mother would want to ask. By the time investigators arrested Travis Ray Thompson about 4 months later, the evidence was clear.
Alex.
The medical examiner determined
Immature
Jacqueline's
as hell.
injuries were not accidental, but the result of deliberate, forceful abuse. Investigators
Motherfucker.
focused on the 37-minute delay before medical help was called. Time prosecutors say may have
He waited 37 minutes, bro. He's a piece of shit, boy, I tell you.
cost her life. They also uncovered text messages showing Thompson's anger over his breakup with Jacqueline's mother, along with his
That's a
prior
fact,
history of
Tanya.
suspected child abuse, and a 2009 court injunction meant to keep him away from children. And most importantly, on the morning Jacqueline was injured, Thompson was the only person with access to her. It all pointed to one conclusion. Jacqueline was deliberately hurt in a fit of rage. But even after all this, Travis's explanation for what happened didn't change after his arrest.
We were on our
He's
way
a
walking
piece
through
of
the lake.
shit.
As she was leaving, that's when we were walking through the back lot of where our lot is, crossing the street. Get across the street, there's a trail that leads to the lake. You take a right, and then there's a whole like little dock full of made of pallets and like dead roots and stuff.
Okay, so you guys are going across the street, and then you go a little farther, and then do a trail down to the lake. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, and when did you say a little car? Are you pushing her down there, or is she walking?
Yeah,
Just sad,
Okay,
bro.
so you're pushing her down.
She has like this little toy car thing.
Okay, and how is she doing whenever you're pushing her in the little toy car?
She seemed perfectly fine. She was laughing. She was going vroom vroom. I was like, "What, you want to go faster?" She's like, "Yeah." So all right, pick it up to a light jog.
Okay.
And then get down to the lake. And she's
What
like,
to do,
"Wanna go
Roger?"
fishing?" And it's like, we'll have to wait till Mom gets back because I'm supposed to finish making the table that goes into a bed or whatever she wanted
Peace.
me to make it. I was just going to make it into a table because the first time I tried to make it, the suspension arms ripped the wood out of the wall. And campers only have very thin walls.
Okay. So when you guys are down here at the lake, is she like in the water or anything like that?
No, I was holding her at that point because she can't stand on the balance by herself.
Okay.
She gets her foot stuck.
When you say you're holding her, how are you holding her?
Just on my side.
Okay. And what clothes is she wearing when you're down there at the lake?
She had a little pink poncho and she just had pants.
Okay. And did she ever go down to the water or play anything like that?
No.
So did she walk around down there at all?
She walked up to
He's
the
not
to the
making
dock
no
with me, but
sense.
after that, I was just like, well, you already know the deal. Your feet get stuck, so let's go. Just picked her up, had her on my side, walked down there. We looked at the lake. She's like, frog. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, look, there's a fish. I'm like, look at all the water lilies. And she's like, I want one. I was like, I'll have to get those for you later. I'm not dressed for that right now.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And then we were there for like 10, 20 minutes. And then we went back. and then I've already explained that part.
Got it. And we'll get over there. So whenever you guys went back, did you have to put her in the little cart, or did you walk back?
No, she got right back on her cart, said, vroom, vroom. I'm like, all right.
Vroom, vroom, and then back up to the house. Did you take the same path back up to the house?
Yeah.
All right, and when you got back to the house...
I'm just like, you want to know, like, what's disturbing me as well? Like, motherfuckers is not feeling no type of, like, shock. They're not in, nobody's in shock, it seemed like. They able to just have a normal conversation, especially this man. Knowing that this child done lost her life and these motherfuckers be so fucking comfortable talking like all y'all want to do is just get out and see another day. You get what I'm saying? That's how evil the fucking world is. Motherfuckers just want to get out and see another day. Don't care who you harm in a way, who you fucking decease, all that shit. That shit don't make no sense. That's very sad.
There with the little cart. What happened next?
She got off, she wanted to feed the chicken ducks again, so I was like, all right, that's fine. I watched her throw some more pellets at the cage. I was like, you're supposed to open the door, but that's fine, it went in there.
100% weird.
Then brought her inside, she wanted to watch Cat Dog, put her on the couch, gave her juice, and then I went to the bathroom, and then that.
Real quick before we keep going, the little path that goes to the lake, I just want to make sure I understand where that is. Is that back behind y'all's trailer?
Yeah, if you saw where those boats were,
okay.
If you ever walked back there, yeah, it's that path between the other RV that's right there and the boats. It's that path
Is
right
there like
there.
a tent right there? Near the entrance now?
If you're thinking of a tent, that would be at the other entrance of the lake.
So there's two entrances.
See if there was something that happened. Did you pick her up and you move her around some way? Did
no,
she...
giving very delicate with the
Oh my
child.
god.
Okay.
And what he's getting at is, so the first time I talked to you, remember, that your
Well,
day
no,
started
he
with,
wasn't supposed to be around children.
right?
That's a
And
fact.
then we progressed and we found...
He was about to have to rough his
yeah,
bed.
I took Jason to the bus stop, okay? So, and then that progressed a little more, and then
I wouldn't let him
we get
sleep
the
either.
information about, oh, well, yeah, when I came back from dropping off at the bus stop, I grabbed my guns out of the cabinet, and that's why they're on the floor next to the bed. That's what he's getting at. Is there's things that as you're thinking, you might say, maybe that is something that I forgot. Maybe I don't think it's significant, but maybe it is. Because that's what we find sometimes, too, is something that happened that...
In June of 2025, a jury deliberated for less than 2 hours. Travis Ray Thompson was found guilty of first-degree murder while engaged in aggravated child abuse. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
God damn. God damn. That shit crazy. That was well fucking deserved though. You piece of shit. You fucking piece of shit.